Excuse me?
Nice magic trick. And voice acting, alright.
I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this.
Alright, so you're introduced now.
Do you know if this is the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the East Wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness. But I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
And she knows the name. Interesting, huh?
Wait a minute. How does she know who I am?
Reen?
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not gonna learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
Right. Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Smoothering. Smooth.
Sure, okay.
That's gotta be an awkward way to walk.
Hey, it's not often the two of us get to walk back to the dorms together, is it?
They do know they have necks, right? I guess they're kind of turning, but they're turning their bodies as well. I want to get that checked out. You can't, like, turn your head enough to talk like that.
Well... at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Oh. Green's really pouring on the Riz right now.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
Nah, no need for that between friends. But you're in good company. My sister's asked me that before, too.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years. Anyway, how do you think you did on the exams?
Wait, did we already have the exams? I thought we were just studying for them.
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got.
What?
Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder.
I'm so confused right now.
I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Machias scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me, too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Erebonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Ruhr, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Elisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything. Especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh, speaking of weird meetings, I ran into someone kinda strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
Alright, they just don't want to have the voice actors explain this, alright?
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple years older than us, maybe 20 or so.
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking. There's no way it could really have been her.
I feel like the maid in her early 20s is not nearly enough for her to know who he's talking about.
Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
If only.
Okay, so yeah, what was that about? Was that like a mistake? Yeah, I know, like, all maids have to be, either older or younger than that, and have no idea who Reen is. It really narrows it down. But yeah, that was a weird conversation earlier. They talked like they already had the exam. I don't understand. But today is supposed to be the exam. 4 days of exams? I mean, I guess if you have like 4 separate classes and each one has the exam, I guess that makes sense. But it's neat to have only one exam a day. I wish that was always true. The 4 grueling days of midterms exams began. All right, here we go. I'll see if I can answer this and then, cheat later. That looks familiar with that number, but we'll see. Okay, the Middle Ages War of the Lions was brought to an end by Emperor Dracula. When did the war end? I'm pretty sure July 952 is a number that came up. The rest of them, no. Pretty sure. Okay, let me double check all this. Wait, did I miss a hidden quest? Let me double check here. No, I don't think I missed anything. This must happen later. Sometimes this guide is really weird. But anyway, okay, we are here. Okay, so yeah, we have a free day after classes. Alright, so that's probably when things happen. Anyway. Answer, I'm pretty sure, is July 952, and let's see. July 952, yep. This should be the right answer. Alright, it's her. Art question, maybe? Or art history? Art question, okay. Mr. A wants to draw a rough, colored watercolor image. Okay. Which of the following style would be the most appropriate? Rough, colored watercolor image. Wasn't design what they were talking about, where it has colors or something? I can't remember that. And this was a quicker way to do it, so it's definitely not that. Tracing, no. So design, sketch wouldn't be it, right? I mean, it says draw a rough colored watercolor image. This is a weird question. Okay, I don't like this question, so I'm just gonna look. I guess B. Okay, so it's sketch apparently. I don't think that sounds right. This should be the right answer. Yeah, where were you, Neil Hart? I had questions for you. Alright, a military science question. Figure 1 depicts a military formation. What type of unit is currently advancing? Huh. This is probably went over when if I would have hung out with the other guys. But if they're in the front, those look like tanks. So I'm going to assume the armored division. I mean, the drawing kind of looks like a tank, right? And if something's advancing forward, it makes sense for the tanks to be in the front. And the answer is fourth choice, armored. Yep. Geez, this is giving me a lot of Persona vibes right now. We don't have Mona saying, "Ooh, we can do this." Orbital science question. The following statement about ordnance all purport to be which one? What? Okay. The following statements about ordnance all purport to be true. Which one is not? Oh, it's one of these questions. Okay. Billy's change based on quartz. That's true. They synchronize with their users. Ours do. Allow art usage without quartz. I don't think so. Not arts anyway. And then orbital energy recovers over time. Huh. I don't believe so. I guess resting kind of charges it, but does that count? I don't think we can use... We can use CP without quartz. But orbital recovers over time. I don't think that's true. But this could be true since we can, you know, rest and it will recover when we sleep. So it'd have to be this one, right? C, if these were lettered, the third choice. You can't use arts without the quartz. Question 4, allow arts. Okay, yeah, third choice. Yep, I'm right. Ooh, we can do this. Okay, political economic question. Okay. One of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdall? Okay, in Heimdall enacted last year, I believe is the Transportation Act. The Imperial Transportation Act. If I remember what we went over. I'm glad with Toa. Because this one wasn't talked about. This one has nothing to do with Heimdall, really, that we talked about. And this one could have been, but I don't think it was specifically for Heimdall mentioned. So I think it's the Imperial Public Transportation Act. So yes. What is it? Okay, question 5. Yep, third choice. Jeez, guys, look at this. I'm not even a student here, and I'm getting all these questions right. Alright, this should be, what, the last day, right? Okay, what the heck? Comment says question. Emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. Oh, okay, CPR. Sure. I know this really well. I've had to do so many CPR classes or like re-ups and stuff like that. Okay, so check if the person is still breathing. Yeah, you want to do that before you start. Check if the person is conscious. That's one of the first things you want to do. Perform chest compressions and rescue breaths. That's when you know they're not breathing and unconscious. Call for help in a loud voice. That's as soon as you know they're unconscious. And you shouldn't just call for help in a loud voice. You should point to someone directly. Well, here, we'll go through a little CPR here, guys. Alright, first thing first, make sure the scene is safe. You don't want to be entering into a dangerous area and causing someone else to have to rescue you. So the first thing you do is make sure the scene you're entering is safe. Then you will check on the person to make sure they're, conscious or not. And if they're unconscious, that's, first off, you need to, as soon as they're unconscious, that's something's going on. So you would then call for help, but you would have a phone. So you'd call 911, or better yet, if there's other people around, you point to a person, instruct them to call 911, and make sure they do it. And then another person, instruct them to get an AED, and make sure you tell them to bring it back to you. And if they don't know what they're doing, all they have to do is grab an AED. If you know where it is, tell them where it is, and then bring it to you. And then you can get stuff done. But yeah. Then you would check to see if they're... Technically check to see if they're breathing then. I'm not entirely sure. The order of that can vary depending on, I think, the situation. But honestly, if the person's unconscious, something's wrong. But yes, you would check to see if they're breathing after that. And then start rescue breaths. So C is definitely the last. So it's either one of these two. You definitely don't call for help in a loud voice when you don't know what's going on. And then C is definitely, so I mean, they make it easy here. So the answer is B, would be B here. Check that the person is unconscious. Yeah. D. What? This is not correct. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this is correct. Sorry. For some reason I thought D and C were switched and I was confused. Okay. So yeah. Check the person's unconscious. Call for help. Check to see if they're breathing. And then start chest compressions. Yeah. I don't even have to look to know that this is the right answer. But, this is a game. I don't know who made it, so let's check to see if they got it. Okay. Yep. The answer to 6 is choice 2. Yeah. Little CPR information for you guys. And then you keep doing chest compressions and rescue breaths until you're unable to continue, or it becomes unsafe, or someone can relieve you of that position. You have to keep going as soon as you start with that, because you basically are saying, I'm going to help this person, so you have a duty to help them. But I'm pretty sure we never went over this in the game. But I guess it's somewhat close to common knowledge. This should be the right answer. Ooh, we can do this. And what I was talking about earlier about things can vary, meaning you can check if they're conscious or not, and breathing kind of simultaneously with like pulse checks and other stuff, and seeing if their chest is going up and down. But yeah, that's more high level stuff. Congratulations on making it through 4 days of exams. Yay! I mean, if questions were that easy, come on, this isn't nearly that bad of an exam. And what do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. That would suck. Every day you come to school on a dreary, raining day to take an exam all day. That'd be a very depressing week. Ooh, clearly, this is the goddess' way of rewarding you all for your hard work. I don't think that's reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. Yeah, I'm totally spent. It's over. You worked really hard, Fee. Phew. Anyway, today is a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all that pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got your next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon, too. With all the intensive studying, I completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcements. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for their next field study. Yep. You'll be shipping out the weekend after for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everybody. You've earned at least one day off. I guess I should probably attend club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. Won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't burn the dorm down while I'm going or anything. No promises. We're missing some people. Where'd Fee and Gaius go?
Oh, now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird. And I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
I sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well,
I'm curious if it's possible to do better than anybody else here.
I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone? Going out of town? Won't be back until tomorrow night? It's almost as if...
She's going to meet her secret lover?
Come on, we know Sarah good enough. If she had one, she wouldn't make it a secret.
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo that alcoholic typhoon.
Ouch. That's kind of harsh.
You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but with that personality and that lifestyle...
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Ouch. Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Reen. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being the student council's errand boy after holding up studying for so long.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Don't worry about it, Makis.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, it looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time. Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to?
I asked that earlier.
He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Did he?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. Fee and Laura left early too.
Oh, that's who I was missing. Why did I miss Laura? The blue hair should stand out.
I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Really?
So you think so too?
It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other ever since.
You say that, but I did not take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I.
We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far, no luck.
I wonder if that's what that was all about.
Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well, when that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
So Laura doesn't like Jaegers?
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Alright, just point at her, why don't you?
Do you really have to drag me into this?
My apologies. I meant no offense. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage, however.
Really?
Ugh, you.
Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
Don't worry. We're not going to twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything.
But you are.
It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that.
Welcome back, my lady.
Alright.
Huh? What?
The maid from earlier.
Sharon? It's so delightful to see you again.
Oh, hey. It's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She didn't. Mother didn't.
But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household, Lady Elisa's family.
Well, missed your chance to tell everybody.
I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like what you saw, you can watch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Luminiferous If you want to see these videos, of course, you can see me on YouTube with Luminiferous Quack on YouTube. And you can see, if you want to get notifications for when my videos come out or when I stream on Twitch, you can follow me on Twitter or X at LuminiferousQ. I hope to see you guys there. Have a good one. Please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. Bye-bye.